Hello everyone, I welcome you all on this YouTube channel, the UPSC TV by RS, and here I am back with yet another video on The Hindu newspaper analysis for public administration optional for UPSC civil services examination. We are going to cover The Hindu for your public administration optional, which is a subject in UPSC civil services examination. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon in order to get the regular notifications and alerts. And you can join my Telegram group, PubEdpedia official, which is the Wikipedia of public administration, and there are more than 850 individuals or aspirants that are there with respect to public administration optional. You can join the group. The link is given in the description box, and do watch the previous videos on the daily basis, because we are not only covering The Hindu, we are also covering the paper 1 and paper 2 in a comprehensive manner. We are linking the current affairs with the you can say static and dynamic part is something that we are linking on the daily basis. Okay, so be regular and let's get started with The Hindu, dated 9th of July 2020. So first of all, the first thing first, we have the article on the first page itself: 3 NGOs linked to Congress under Home Ministry scanner. So as of now, the news is a kind of, you can say, is in the initial phase, and this news is something that will, you can say, go on further. But as of now, what you can do, you have to read the nitty-gritties. You have to read about this particular news from the perspective of NGOs. NGOs are something that are the part of your, you can say, local government, and you can link with different dimensions. Okay, civil society, self-help group, all these things are the part of your accountability and control portion of your syllabus. In development administration you can talk about. So by and large these things are important. Okay, so in some days back also, yesterday only, we have covered this civil society organization and how we can link with different thinkers, what are the functions. M Seva was the function, and when it comes to the challenges, we have covered the different keyword centric challenges. Okay, like dichotomy between the volunteering, word of volunteering and word of social activism. Okay, short circuiting the established procedure. And one of the challenge that we have not mentioned in that analysis is the funding problem or issues with funding. Okay, this is something that you can update in the previous analysis, and this topic is something that you can link with that, you can say, topic itself. Okay, so there is no need to write it in a different manner, just try to add this thing in the previous analysis. Okay, this is one of the issue, funding related issues, and here the news is quite political. But what we have to cover, the regulation of these NGOs insofar as the, you can say, funding and other aspects are concerned. So funding regulation, this is something that is one of the issue as well, and this is something that you should be aware of, that how the funding to these NGOs are being regulated in our countries. So basically they comes under the, you can say, approach, or they come under the ambit of FEMA. This you can say, you must be knowing about FEMA, and then FCRA. FEMA is something, FEMA, whatever. So this is Foreign Exchange Management Act. So under that these NGOs are being covered. And apart from that, FCRA is something that is the component that is present in this news itself, the Congress and all this news. Okay, so here also this news is relevant. And apart from that, in this article itself, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, this is also going on in a parallel manner in this article. Okay, in this Congress related article, where 3 NGOs of related to Congress party are under scanner. Okay, so we are not going into the political nitty-gritties, because there are certain things that are not important, but you have to understand this FCRA. Okay, this FCRA is something that you should know. FCRA, if you look at FCRA, the act was introduced in 2010, you can say. So in this there are around 4 to 5 provisions that you should be aware of. There are certain provisions or features with respect to the, you can say, NGOs and all. Okay, otherwise this FCRA is something that is related to foreign contribution, and foreign contribution is something which is, you can say, is a very broad phenomena, but we will cover it in the context of NGO only. ओके तो वैसे तो इसमें बहुत कुछ आ जाएगा. FCRA is something that will cover the entire foreign contribution. Okay, foreign contribution to any organization, any individual, any NGO, any civil society, any political party, but we are only covering in the context of NGOs. Okay, so here first of all, the first provision in this FCRA, first provision in FCRA that you should know with respect to NGOs, NGOs must be in existence for the, you can say, first of all you need to understand that they require, under FCRA they require license. Okay, let's say I am running an NGO, let's say this UPSC TVYRS is nothing but a kind of NGO, let's suppose. So I would be able to get this foreign contribution, and then means if I want to get this contribution or funding or something like that, I should get this license. Okay, this is something that is important. Okay, first of all license should be there, and for licensing there are different, you can say perspective. Okay, from licensing perspective there are many, you can say, eligibility criteria, you can say. Okay, so first criteria is this, that the NGO must be in existence for at least 3 years. Okay, so NGO must be you can say for 3 years it should be in existence. Okay, it should not be like newly born NGO. Okay, so that this shell company phenomena should not occur. Okay, I hope you are getting shell company, or you can say so that this money laundering phenomena could not occur. Okay, that's why 3 year is the, you can say, criteria. Apart from that, 10 lakh over 3 years is something that should be the spending of that NGO. 10 lakh. Okay, 10 lakh in 3 years. Okay, I hope you are getting, this is the, you can say, this is the spending of that particular NGO. Okay, so let's say today I have registered this NGO, and my motive is money laundering. Okay, let's say my motive is money laundering, and this is a kind of, you can say, NGO is there, but I'm not spending and I'm not doing anything. Okay, after 3 years I will use this thing for my, you can say, for foreign contribution, for money laundering. Money laundering is nothing but to making the illegal money legitimate. Okay, so ऐसा कुछ मतलब इधर से उधर घुमाना, राउंड ट्रिपिंग, और वो शिवाजी द बॉस बनाने की बात. So this is something that I would do. So that's why in order to counter, or in order to, you can say, tackle this particular thing, we have this provision that there should be the spending. Okay, and apart from that, you can also talk about another dimension, which is it must have undertaken the reasonable activity. Okay, in the field for which the contribution is being given. Okay, let's say this contribution, the reason of this contribution is health, and it is spending in some other aspect like road construction, highway building, whatever, or you can say education, suppose. So this should not be there. The cause should be similar. For example, let me link with other policies of the government as well. This Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013. This is, you can say, out of box topic. This is not relevant here. Okay, this is a kind of general awareness that you can link. Okay, for example, this act was in news because of the interpretation by Supreme Court. Okay, you must be knowing about this thing. So here also this is the kind of thing that is given, that let's say I am a farmer. Okay, and my land is being, you can say, government acquire my land for the road construction. Okay, now if they have acquired this thing for the road construction, they cannot use it for the railway construction, or for that matter mega food park construction, or for that matter any other construction. Okay, the cause and effect relation should be there. The cause should be, you can say, and the cause should not change. Okay, there should not be the failure of cause. Okay, they cannot, you can say, they cannot move, they cannot use this land for the other purpose. Okay, purpose should be clearly, you can say, defined. This is something that you should know. This is something that is, you can say, important for you. Okay, apart from that, similarly you can talk about some other aspect. For example, NGOs with permanent FCRA license, now they have to renew their license time again and again. Okay, earlier what used to happen was that there was the permanent FCRA license, but now they have to renew every 5 years. Okay, this is something, you can say, that you can link with your thinkers as well. For example, this some days back also I have covered this thinker called Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker used to talk about the kind of, you can say, repetition or periodic analysis of the you can say undertaking or the public agency. Okay, so you can link, like here we have to periodically revise and periodically we have to look at the things. Okay, we do, otherwise there will be the kind of inefficiency. Okay, otherwise the sixth sense will came into picture. So in this way you can talk about this, you can say in the disaster management also we have covered this idea that Peter Drucker says this thing. Similarly here you can talk about. Okay, so this is something, and similarly in the previous point also you can link with the thinkers like standard operating procedures by Taylor. Taylor says this thing that there should be the standard operating procedure. Okay, you can't make something without any procedure. Okay, so there should be the procedure. If the land is being acquired for one thing, that should not be diverted for the another thing. Okay, similarly if fund is acquired for a particular thing, it should not be diverted to you can say another thing. Okay, apart from that, the another fourth provision, NGO shall not spend more than 50% of the FCRA received in a financial year. So there is a cap as well in, you can say, this expenditure cap is also there. Okay, 50%, let's say I got 100 rupees in this financial year as a foreign funding, I cannot, you can say, use more than 50 rupees. Okay, this is the kind of cap on this particular, you can say, expenditure as well. So all these things you should know with respect to Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, with respect to licensing and with respect to NGOs per se. Okay, so these are the things that you should know with respect to 2010 Act. Apart from that, recently there are certain changes that have been brought by the government of India insofar as the FCRA is concerned. So what are the changes, recent changes in this FCRA? This is something that you should know. For example, recently there are certain changes like bank account is necessary, validated bank, validate, and they have to, NGOs are required to validate the bank account. This is something that you should know. And apart from that, they are they have to receive the fund in that particular account as well. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं है कि बैंक अकाउंट ये वाला रजिस्टर है, पैसा कहीं और आ रहा है. So this, you can say, there is a kind of relation between both the bank account. Apart from that, you can talk about this thing that and they are talking about, you can say, NGOs have to file an affidavit declaring that they are not using it for the religious conversion and all. Okay, so political linkage, religious linkage, socio-cultural aspects are also taken care of. Okay, so now in this context, government becomes so powerful that government has to only say, only prove that they are doing all these things, and they can, you can say, they can ban a particular NGO. Okay, I hope you are getting. So if government is able to prove that NGO is, you can say, indulged in the political activities or religious conversion activity, or you can say, or creating the communal disharmony, okay, then they can ban the NGO as well. Okay, so this is something that makes government more powerful over this civil society organization, and this is something that was in the criticism as well. Okay, and apart from that, Supreme Court also you can say came into picture on this particular issue on political linkages and all. Supreme Court said this thing that there should be the proper, you can say, scrutiny. Government cannot do such kind of things. Okay, it should be in public interest, or something, you can say, vague things are being iterated by Supreme Court, which again have no use when it comes to the power of central government. So ultimately executive is so powerful when it comes to you can say NGOs and their funding. Okay, they can ban, and they have banned as well, and which you can say because of this banning and all, you can say India's rating in the, you can say, in the, you can say, freedom of speech, or you can this democrat, this is, there are many indices. Okay, in those indices, like there was a press freedom index or something, democracy index, there is one index, I am unable to recall. In that also they have in that index, and in one of the USA's analysis as well, they have highlighted this thing that India is doing all these kind of, Indian government is doing all these kind of things that is against the freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and against the democracy and all those things. Okay, so you can link all those things, you can talk about this broader issue. And recently this decision was in news NGOs will come under RTI. So this is something that you should also know. We will cover it someday. We will cover it, you can say, on some other day. Okay, as of now, let me finish this thing. So I hope you are getting this thing, that how can you link this NGO with FCRA and FCRA provision with different thinkers. Okay, so here this fourth thing you can relate with respect to economy and with respect to corruption. All these points are in order to, you can say, reduce the corruption, and corruption is something that you can link with different thinkers. Okay, आई होप यू आर गेटिंग. अब ये भी नहीं पता होगा तो गलत बात है. करप्शन इज समथिंग दैट इज, यू कैन से, दैट इज दैट इज समथिंग दैट इज प्रेजेंट इन द प्रिज्मेटिक सोसाइटी ऑफ रिक्स, यू कैन से. ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ फॉर्मलिज्म, ओवरलैपिंग, फॉर्मलिज्म इज देयर, things are written on the paper but in exact in the, you can say, exact scenario or in the ground level or in the reality, things are not being done. So in this way you can link like this. Okay, so this is all about this particular video and this particular, you can say, topic. Now we are going to cover one very important topic, and which is not only a topic but you can say it, you can consider it as the, you can say, topic with respect to your upcoming UPSC CSE 2020 एग्जामिनेशन as well. तो अगला जो टॉपिक हम कवर करने जा रहे हैं वो एक टॉपिक ही नहीं है, वो एक मॉक क्वेश्चन है आपके UPSC CSE 2020 और 2021 के लिए. एक एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन है. दिस इज द एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सुपर इंपॉर्टेंट एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन फॉर योर UPSC CSE 2020 and 2021 insofar as the law and order is concerned, because this is the gray area where UPSC has not asked any question, and they might ask the question with respect to this riots. Okay, this riots and public order. Okay, riot is something, encounter is something that are, you can say, very important for this exam and other, you can say, for the upcoming years. UPSC will definitely ask these things in 1 or 2 years. So please try to read this thing, and today I am going to analyze this riot. And here the news is not important because news is talking about this Delhi riot and all, but as we were not covering this thing in the month of February, March. We have started this series in the June, July itself. So let's cover this thing and let's try to analyze the riots and what second ARC is saying and how we can deal with the riot as an administrator. This will help you in your future, you can say, as well. So let's try and understand, and let's talk about the kind of, you can say, problems that we are facing. So I will cover this thing. This is the report, 5th report on public order, second ARC. So we are going to cover this report over here. So let me bring the chapter of riot and how to deal with the riots. Okay, so in that you will get the nitty-gritties. 1 second, guys. So here we will cover this thing, and basically in the second ARC there is a 5th report called public order, and in this report called public order we have this 6th chapter which is talking about maintaining public order. Okay, other chapters are not there but are also there, but we will cover this thing because this thing is relevant for your examination. Maintaining public order management is something that is relevant for your riot management. Okay, here the things are with respect to riot management, because here you can see mob violence. So mob violence or mob lynching and all these things you can talk about this thing. Second ARC is talking about different things, but the crux is this. In this chapter, basically in the riot management, crux is this. Second ARC talks about you can say the entire process of riot. Means first of all there is a kind of peace. So during the time of peace, how police should work, how police should, you can say, maintain the public order during the normal time. And when the apprehension is there, when the riots are apprehended, then how police administration should go about it. And apart from that, during riots, when riots are actually taking place, then how police should act on that particular, you can say, incident, and then after the kind of, you can say, when the riot has been controlled, then how police should act. All these things are analyzed in this 6th chapter of 2nd ARC 5th report, public order, law and order administration. Okay, is it very clear? Are you getting this thing? तो शुरू से लेके अंत तक पूरी कहानी यहाँ पर लिखी हुई है कि कैसे रायोट में कैसे चीजें चलेंगी. सो फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द बैकग्राउंड, देन व्हेन द रायोट्स आर एप्रीहेंडेड, उसके बाद बात की गई है दैट व्हेन इट एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड, एंड देन आफ्टर कंट्रोलिंग हाउ वी शुड प्रोसीड एज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर और एज द पुलिस. ओके, I hope you are getting this thing. So here, first of all, let me bring this thing over here. So here you can see measures taken during the peace time. So now, as of now, imagine the situation where peace is prevailing and there is no problem and there is no law and order problem. So what government, what this, you can say, administrator should do, what police should do. So here 2nd ARC is basically analyzing the things like, for example, it says, if you, one second guys, so it basically, here the recommendation is something that I will tell you, and at the same time I will link this thing with the things that I am not explaining. For example, all these things that I am not explaining, I will explain these things along with recommendation itself. Okay, तो ऐसा मत सोचना कि बाकी सारी चीज़ें छोड़ दी हैं, रिकमेंडेशन के साथ ही मैं बाकी सारी चीज़ें अपनी नॉलेज जो मैं पढ़ चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी, तो वो बताऊंगा. ओके, सो लेट्स कवर फर्स्ट रिकमेंडेशन. दीज रिकमेंडेशन आर ड्यूरिंग peace time. Okay, first stage is there during peace, when riots are not happening, things are well you can say well managed, and there is nothing called problem. Okay, so here administration should be responsive, transparent, vigilant and fair in dealing with all section of society. Okay, they should not, you can say, treat, there should be the justice in society, because if justice is not there, then you might create injustice for one individual, and that one individual might, you can say, resort to arms or something like that, resort to violence or something like that. Okay, be it caste violence, be it religious violence, you are basically, this is the problem in many cases. Injustice is one of the reason behind the things. Okay, initiatives such as peace committee should be utilized effectively to ease the tension and promote harmony. Okay, so there should be the utilization of peace committee. Okay, so I hope you are getting. Apart from that, internal security plan or riot control scheme should be updated periodically. So here writer is basically not writer, here 2nd ARC talks about this you can say communal violence act. There was one communal violence act which include this thing that you can say all these internal security plan or communal riots control act is there. So all these schemes should be updated periodically, and apart from updation, all the, you can say, officers of all level must be realized the best way, and apart from that, there should be the proper identification in this scheme. Let me analyze this thing. Internal security plan or this scheme should analyze the basic, you can say, hot spots in the area, the basic criminals in the area, the basic, you can say, organization in the area. They have to update their name as well. Okay, so this is something that is required. As of now, the problem is that these things are there, these schemes are there, that how you should maintain the public order, law and order, but at the same time the problem lies in the updation. There is no proper identification, there is no proper updation. Okay, let's say today one organization is there, one religious organization, or you can say organization is there, but we are not updating the thing. So please update. This is something that the government should do. Update the communal gundas, updated the communal organization, and try to go about this thing like this. Okay, these are the things given in this VN Sri Krishna committee, and all those things are not important. Just try to remember this fact. ठीक है, तो पहले से अपडेट वगैरह करते रहो लगातार. Apart from that, micro analysis should be carried out in each district. Okay, so there should be the identification of sensitive spot. Are you getting? We have to identify. ऐसे हाथ पे हाथ धरे नहीं बैठे रहना होता है कि अभी रायोट्स नहीं हो रहे तो अब हम खाली बैठे हुए हैं, है ना, ऐसा नहीं है. You have to identify organization, you have to identify the individual, you have to identify the spots. हर जगह identification होना चाहिए that this is the problem, this might create problem. Okay, so this thing is there, should be regularly reviewed. Okay, same thing is there. This is about individual and organization, this is about hotspot, but you can talk about all these things in a you can say comprehensive manner. Apart from that, there should be the intelligence gathering as well. Intelligence gathering, intelligence machinery should always active in normal times. ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी हमें पता ही नहीं था, तो इंटेलिजेंस इनपुट शुड बी देयर कि यहाँ पर कुछ ऐसा माहौल बन रहा है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, रेगुलेटरी लॉज लाइक Arms Act, Explosive Act, all these things should be analyzed properly and carefully. Okay, so this is something that you should know with respect to you can say these act laws like Arms Act 1959. If you look at Arms Act, it provides for the license revolver and all those things. So these things should be, you can say, related to construction of structure should be enforced rigorously. Okay, so for example, Arms Act. So earlier what used to happen was that 3 arms are something that a person can hold, but recently there was the amendment in Arms Act, only 1 arm is something that you can get as a license. Okay, so all these nitty-gritties are there, so enforce them rigorously, because ultimately if people have this arms and all, they might use them in the, you can say, violence creation or something like that in the riots as well. Okay, so try to understand this thing. And public agency should follow a zero tolerance strategy. You can use this keyword, because in the absence of zero tolerance strategy, there is a phenomena called broken window syndrome. तो एक broken window syndrome हो जाता है अगर zero tolerance strategy नहीं होती है. Okay, what is broken window syndrome? Broken window syndrome. Broken window syndrome is nothing but a kind of, you can say, psychological aspect. Let's say there is one building, let's say there is some building, and in that building one window is broken. Okay, and nobody is you can say interested in repairing that particular, you can say, window. Then what will happen, that people will think that nobody cares and they will broke other windows as well. Okay, तो उन्हें लगेगा यार यहाँ तो कोई देख ही नहीं रहा. And this is something that we have witnessed in our life. Okay, so let's say one place is there where nobody is, you can say, taking care of nobody is caring about that thing. We will do this thing. Okay, so I have seen the people in my childhood that people are throwing this stone and all. So all these things actually occur. Okay, this broken window syndrome is something. So if zero tolerance is not there, if people will look at this thing that this person is doing crime and he is you can say living in a very, you can say, without any fear of punishment and all, it basically it would motivate others. For example, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he used to say this thing, that if this law and order system, if this justice system would not work properly, it will create more criminals. This was the statement by APJ Abdul Kalam sir as well. Okay, so please try to understand this thing. Okay, so this is all about the peacetime. In peacetime, you have to identify organization, you have to identify individual, you have to identify the hot spot, update them regularly, rigorously implement the laws like Arms Act and other Explosive Act and all. Zero tolerance strategy should be there, and administration should not do injustice with the people, and the people should be treated like a people itself. Okay, so all these things you can talk about, all these analysis you can do over here. Apart from that, the second stage is when the outbreak of riot is apprehended. Okay, now we are at the second stage where riots are apprehended. अब हमें पता है कि riots हो सकते हैं, tensions are flared and tensions are there in the community or in the society. So there are different things. For example, security proceedings. There are basically these 4 to 5 things that we can do when it comes to you can say apprehension, when it comes to apprehended riot. Okay, security proceedings, again the against the suspect, preventive arrest and all these things. Then resolve dispute relating to, you can say, possession of land. Okay, so when it comes to, you can say, issues, riots and all these public order problem, you must have heard, Hindi में एक सुना होगा, जर जमीन जोरू. Okay, so that thing is relevant in Indian society in a very deep manner. Okay, this is really relevant. Okay, most of the times riot and issues took place because of this, all these 3 things. Okay, jar zameen joru and all those things. And this is the reason why, this is not a kind of joke or something like that, this is the reason why police is under the control of district magistrate, because district magistrate is someone district magistrate, or you can say SDM or sub-divisional magistrate, they are people who are responsible for, you can say, collection of the revenues and all, and revenue is something that is related to land, so they are someone who are related with the land disputes. Okay, sub-divisional magistrate, if you look at the working of SDM and all these individuals, they are, you can say, indulged, they are, you can say, they are someone who involved in this land things, and land is something that is Jameen. Okay, Jar Jameen Joru, so Jameen Joru is, you can say, wife or something like that, so in that also issues happen, and Jar and all these, you can say, life and property, Jameen. Okay, so here land issues come into picture, and on land issue you will find that this is very, you can say, deadly phenomena that might occur. That's why district magistrate is vested with the police power. Okay, अदरवाइज यू माइट से दैट वाई डीएम को क्या जरूरत है पुलिस की जरूरत है इसलिए बिकॉज डीएम का काम ये है, because there are thinkers, there are public administration theory that authority and responsibility should commensurate with each other. This is the one principle of this thinker called Henry Fayol. ठीक है, फेयोल ने बोला था ना कि अथॉरिटी एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी शुड कमेंसुरेट विद ईच अदर, एंड इफ यू आर गिविंग दिस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू द डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट कि जाओ जाके लैंड इशूज़ को सॉल्व करो, एंड इफ यू आर नॉट गिविंग हिम द अथॉरिटी ऑफ पुलिस, हाउ ही वुड सॉल्व, उल्टा वहीं पे खुद की जान के लाले पड़ जाएंगे. सो दैट्स वाई दीज थिंग्स आर रिलेटेड. सो हेयर व्हेन इट कम्स टू एप्रीहेंशन, this is something that the administrator should look upon. Apart from that, procession and gathering should be regulated. Okay, in this context only you will get this section 144 of CRPC and all कि धारा 144 लगा देते हैं. ठीक है, कि इंटरनेट बंद कर दिया, 144 लगा दी, लोग इकट्ठे नहीं हो सकते. ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर, यू कैन से प्रोएक्टिव मेजर्स. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, डिप्लॉइंग पुलिस इन द सेंसिटिव एरियाज. ओके, देयर शुड बी द सर्चिंग ऑफ सस्पेक्टेड प्लेसेस एंड देयर शुड बी द डिप्लॉयमेंट. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, बिफोर द एब्रोगेशन ऑफ आर्टिकल 370 फ्रॉम द जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, you will get all these things were taking place. Okay, section 144 was there, and apart from that, forces were deployed in the Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, all these things are because of this issue itself. Okay, I hope you are getting, and other things you can just read out, and this is all about the, you can say, background and when the riots are apprehended. Okay, if you just want to look at the recommendation, so second ERC is saying nothing, but here it is talking about preventive measures in the plan should be there in an effective manner, needs to be emphasized, training and all these things needs to be provided, and regular supervision and review and all those things are there. Okay, apart from that, addressing property dispute, as I have already told you, so in that also second ARC is talking about this thing, and that these sections should be, you can say, implemented properly. Okay, same goes with the procession, demonstration and gathering. So again, same things, similar kind of things that I have already told you. Based on the experience with major riots, there should be the recommendation of various commission. Okay, all these things needs to be, you can say, incorporated in the guidelines, and apart from that, the guidelines should include the preparatory steps, intelligence sources. All these things are again and again gets repeated. You have to remember that timeline only. Okay, apart from that, prohibitionary order, prohibitory order. So order should once imposed should enforce effectively. Okay, videography should be done in the sensitive area. So entire timeline that we have covered, you can just remember these 4-5 points that we have covered already, and on each point you can write 1-2 point. Okay, because in 250 words, in 300 words, there is no need to mug up all these recommendations you are getting. So this is the study which is called a smart study. हमने देख लिया कि हाँ पहले apprehension है तो क्या करना चाहिए. ठीक है, we have covered all those things के property is one issue, and this prohibition should be there, you can say mobilization of forces are there, and prohibitory order should be there. We have covered these things, and this is it. Okay, there is no need to mug up all these, you can say, phenomena, and this should be done. Mug up is something that you should do when a certain, you can say, specific recommendation is there कि ये चीज़ बनानी चाहिए. ये चीज़ बनानी चाहिए, इंक्वायरी कमेटी बनानी चाहिए. सो इन दैट थिंग यू हैव टू मग अप, अदरवाइज दीज थिंग्स आर नॉट, यू कैन से रेलिवेंट. यू कैन नॉट से कि सेकेंड ARC एज पर सेकेंड ARC डू दिस थिंग. दिस इज समथिंग दैट इज कॉमन सेंस आइडियाज. ओके, कॉमन सेंसिकल आइडियाज. आई होप you are getting. Okay, so this is something that you should know. Okay, apart from that, measures to be taken once riot has started. We have covered 4 stages. फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड स्टेज हैव बीन कवर्ड. नाउ लेट्स कवर द थर्ड स्टेज. अब बात करते हैं थर्ड स्टेज की. रायोट्स हो गए हैं, शुरू हो गए हैं और गेम शुरू हो गया, गेम इज ऑन. नाउ व्हाट वी शुड डू एज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. So here direct recommendations are there without any, you can say, nitty-gritties. So here the first recommendation, if violence erupts, then first priority should be quickly suppress the violence. Okay, the main thing is to suppress the violence. Okay, this is something that you can use in your GS4 as well, that whenever violence occur, you should directly jump on to the suppression of the violence. ऐसा नहीं है फिर क्या करना है background foreground. There should be the suppression of that particular violence. This is the kind of, you can say, first priority. In case of communal violence, the situation should be brought under the control by effective use of forces. Forces should be used. Okay, apart from that, prohibitory order must be enforced rigorously. So whatever the prohibitory order is there, whatever the, you can say, section 144 and all, it should be, you can say, effectively, you can say, implemented, because this is something that is there in the, you can say, background as well and during the, you can say, riot as well. Apart from that, if the situation so warrants the force of union, if the situation is out of control, if the situation is, you can say, very difficult to, you can say, sort out, then union forces can also come into picture. Okay, central police organization will come into picture. You have to tell me in the comment section which article of the Indian Constitution provides for this thing. Okay, some days back we have covered the, you can say, central police organization. If we have not covered, kindly read that thing and tell me the article of the Indian Constitution which provides the central police organization, which provides the, you can say, the this kind of provision. The fourth thing is commissioner of police or the district magistrate and superintendent of police, SP, should be given the free hand. This is important. They should be given the free hand, very important, because otherwise what will happen, the Nayak movie scene, दैट 2-4 बसें जलती हैं, जलने दो, कुछ लोग मरते हैं, मरने दो, एंड समथिंग सॉर्ट ऑफ पॉलिटिकल इंटरफेरेंस शुड नॉट बी देयर. दे शुड बी गिवन द फ्री हैंड टू डील विद द सिचुएशन, एंड इफ यू गिव देम फ्री हैंड, things will occur, things will be resolved automatically. The problem in Indian administration, be it police administration, law and order administration, district administration, policy implementation, everywhere you will get this politicization, and this is the basic problem. And second ARC says this thing that you can say free hand should be given. Okay, CM should call SSP or DM or whatever a person, political leader should call them, and they should say this thing that I am giving you the free hand, control the situation, do whatever you would feel like. In this way, if free hand would be given, things will be resolved. But the problem is political, you can say, things, because the political leaders, they are, you can say, they are the main, you can say, they, in most of the time, they are the basic problem. Apart from that, you can just read out other aspect as well. The media, when it comes to media, the role of media is something that is also important. Media should be briefed with the correct facts, okay, so that rumor mongering can be, you can say, can be suppressed or can be eliminated. Okay, so this is something that you should know, that this is also given. Okay, so media should be given, media should be briefed with correct facts, otherwise what will happen, that media अपना ही कुछ चलाने लगेगी. Okay, so that's why this is there, and चलाए या ना चलाए, still people are there, so you have to build the confidence among people that we are working, what we are doing, what the government is doing. Otherwise the normal people will also start, you can say, participating in this riot. Or riot, you can just take the example of Delhi. People are in the fear that in old Rajen Nagar this is going to happen, that is going to happen, this is happening, people are unable to do. So all these rumor mongering came into picture. So try to understand this thing. Apart from that, police needs to be equipped with the state of art weapon. This is also a kind of thing. State of art crowd dispersal equipment should be there. Okay, state of art crowd and dispersal equipment, like you can just talk about different, you can say, advanced things. Okay, for example, this simple example, you can take this क्या बोलते हैं उसको, अरे वो गैस होती है ना, वो गैस से फिर आंखों में आंसू आने लगते हैं, वो वाली गैस, ठीक है। सो आई एम अनएबल टू रिकलेक्ट द नेम। सो दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, ओके। और फॉर दैट मैटर दिस पानी वानी मार देते हैं ना, जंतर मंतर पे नहला दिया जाता है। तो अगर पानी नहीं है नहाने को तो फिर देन यू कैन गो फॉर जंतर मंतर एंड देयर पुलिस विल कम एंड दे विल हेल्प यू इन योर बाथिंग, ओके। सो आई होप यू आर गेटिंग, दे विल कम अप विद दिस फायर ब्रिगेड, ओके, फायर ब्रिगेड, okay, and they will use this pipe and all, okay. I hope you are getting. So on lighter note I am saying, but just try to understand this thing. District magistrate should ensure the essential supplies. This is also there. So when a riot is going on, this is something. Otherwise, because starving people do not have any freedom, and if people become starved, this is the, you can say, sign of revolution. Every revolution have this similarity. Because of starvation, people you can say become revolutionary, okay, be it French revolution or any other revolution. लोगों को अगर खाने को नहीं मिलेगा, लोग फिर आ जाएंगे कि लोग सोचेंगे हम तो मर ही रहे हैं, अब तो हम फिर बता ही रहे हैं ना, तो लोगों का सारा गुस्सा फिर आ जाएगा सामने. सो दैट्स वाई this should be the approach, okay. I hope you are getting. And then we have the measures after the normalcy. जब normal हो जाए, सब कुछ बढ़िया चंगा सी हो जाए, सब चंगा सी हो जाए, then what should the police administration or you can say administration should do? So here no sanction of union government of the state government should be necessary for prosecution. Now the things are done, but now the time of investigation and other things will came into picture. So sanction of union government or state government should be necessary, be prosecution under 153A and all these things should be amended accordingly. No sanction, there should be no sanction required, okay. In case of section 153 of IPC and section 196 of CRPC, okay, these are the sections. If you look at section 153A, this is the most common. If you look at the member of parliaments, I have this experience. If you look at the member of parliament in 2019 Lok Sabha, this Lok Sabha of 2019 election, 43% MPs are having the criminal charges, okay, and criminal charges. And apart from that, if you look them, this is the most common that you will get, 153A. Most of them are basically, they are involved in this, you can say, this 153 is all about, you can say, enmity among, creating the enmity among different religious section, different caste community, whatever. So in their speech they are talking, and they used to use these kind of keywords, okay, and because of which section 153A, this FIR and all these things are being you can say registered, okay. So there should not be the sanction of union government and other things required. Apart from that, prosecution in case related to rioting in communal law should not be withdrawn, okay. तो यहाँ पे एक बार अगर केस हो गया, फिर ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब विड्रॉ कर लिया. सो देयर शुड बी द प्रॉपर ट्रांसपेरेंसी, ओके. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, कमीशन ऑफ इंक्वायरी into riot violence should give the report within 1 year, okay. 1 year is the exceptional cases. Generally second ERC is saying 6 month में आ जानी चाहिए. This should come in 6 months, and in 1 year it should be like, you can say, the report should come, commission of inquiry report, okay. And recommendation of that commission, that inquiry commission recommendation should be accepted by government. And if government is not accepting those recommendation, the other point is saying, if government is not accepting those recommendation, they should tell why they are not accepting in front of public, okay. This is something that is known as accountability. This is something that is known as, you can say, the kind of answerability. But unfortunately all these things are on the paper only, and nothing is found in reality. Nobody is asking to the government that what is going on in Delhi riots and all. And every time and again we have this riots and all these things are going on. In commission inquiry takes time, and when it comes to the recommendation, second ARC की recommendation पूरी नहीं होती, inquiry commission में कहाँ से हो जाएंगी. Second ARC recommendation, if you implement second ARC recommendation, nobody is going behind the jail, okay. You can say indirectly people will go, but directly there is no problem. But इंक्वायरी कमीशन, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि वहाँ तो डायरेक्टली सीधा कोई जेल के अंदर जाने वाला है, बट स्टिल नोबडी इज डूइंग दिस थिंग, तो वहाँ जब सेकेंड ARC की नहीं करते हैं वहाँ क्या कर लेंगे, ठीक है, आप समझ सकते हो। सेकेंड ARC की रिकमेंडेशन नहीं एक्सेप्ट हुई, इतनी अच्छी रिकमेंडेशन ये एक्सेप्ट नहीं हुई, वहाँ तो पूरा किसी को जेल में पहुँचाने की बात है। हाउ कैन बी expect this thing from the governments? Okay, no, all the governments, I am not saying any one government, all the governments are like this only. Okay, apart from that, all riots should be documented properly and analyzed so that lessons, okay, this is something that you can talk about in the context of Weber, not Weber, what I am saying, Chris Argyris was talking about double loop learning, okay, learning from experience. All these things are relevant over here, okay. We have to learn from the experience. If you look at the thinkers like Peter Drucker also, Peter Drucker used to say this thing, that Peter Drucker was talking about this thing in the 6 sins. If you have covered, if you are covering these things on the daily basis, this is very easy. 6 sins are there, we have covered earlier in the privatization chapter. So 6 sins are there. So in them, one of the sin is this only, that public agencies, they do not learn from their experience and mistakes. And this is something that second ARC is also saying, that after the, you can say, when things become normal, the government, or you can say the administration, there should be the proper documentation of all the things, and the lesson should be, you can say, used like experience, okay. For example, the 1857 revolt experience was used in Home Rule League movement. Home Rule League movement experience was used in non-cooperation. Non-cooperation experience was used in civil disobedience, and civil disobedience movement was that experience was used in the Quit India movement, okay. So there is a kind of learning by experience at that point of time, but now we do not have these things, okay. Apart from that, we do not have proactive approach, okay. If you look at all these four stages that we have covered, the first stage, okay, in peace time we have to ensure justice, we have to treat them well, treat the citizen well. All these things are not relevant, okay, not, you can say, implemented properly. जब पूरा पहली स्टेज भी हो जाएगी, दूसरी स्टेज भी हो जाएगी, दूसरी stage, you will get that second stage was there in Jammu and Kashmir, and there was a kind of proactive governance, but that governance was, you can say, something, that condition was created by the government itself. अब वहाँ तो government खुद ही वो सब कर रही थी, तो government को पता था कि हाँ ऐसा हो सकता है, अदरवाइज इंटेलिजेंस गैदरिंग इज नॉट देयर. ऐसा नहीं होता कि दिल्ली रायोट के पहले गवर्नमेंट वहाँ पे एक्टिव हो जाए, पूरा वो बारूद, असला, बम, AK-47 सब पहुँच जाएगा, गवर्नमेंट को कुछ नहीं, मतलब एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को कुछ नहीं पता होता है. सो आई होप यू आर गेटिंग. सो फर्स्ट 2 steps are not there, and third step is there, and fourth step is again not there, okay. So this is the problem, this is the real problem. First step is missing, second step is missing, third step is there, and in fourth step again you will get that commission of inquiry is not there, and recommendations are not accepted, things are not there, transparency is not there, sanction is required, union government and all these things are, you can say, politicization is there, and apart from that, adequate follow up to ensure proper rehabilitation of victims. देर इज़ नो रिहेबिलिटेशन, ओके. एक बार में वो 5-6 एक कुछ पैसे दे दिए जाते हैं जब शुरू में. आई एम सेइंग ना, ओनली थर्ड स्टेज इज देयर इन द पिक्चर, फर्स्ट, सेकेंड एंड फोर्थ आर मिसिंग, okay. So you can just relate with the real administration, okay. I hope you are getting, and I hope all these things are crystal clear to you, okay. Just try to revise these things, close your eyes and try to revise all the points that we have covered today. The first of all, during the peace time, what we should do, let me revise these things for you, okay. नहीं तो भूल जाओगे, फिर कहोगे कि पढ़ा ही नहीं था, भूल गए, okay. First of all, during peace time, when peace is there, what should be done? There should be the proper accountability, responsibility, social justice, proper grievance redressal mechanism and all, okay. I hope you are getting. There should be proper, you can say, proper there should be proper identification and all those things, okay. There should be the proper identification of communal gundas. There should be, these are the keywords used by second ARC, I am not using from my end, okay. This is the there should be the identification of hot spots, that yes, this is the problematic area. There should be the identification of people, the individual with the, you can say, suspect, जो यही सब उगलते हैं जहर पूरा, है ना. So this should be there. Apart from that, when it comes to second stage, when the apprehensions are there, so there should be the security proceedings, there should be the mobilization of forces, there should be the imposition of prohibitory order, there should be the proper, you can say, this confidence building among the individual, and in this way you can talk about the things. Then when it comes to the actual riots, when actual riots are going on, there should be the proper, you can say, first priority is to suppress this riot, and district magistrate, SP, SSP, all these people should be given proper free hand so that they can work properly without political interference. And at the same time, essential commodities etc. should be provided to the people on a continuous basis. Media should work for the proper, you can say, information dissemination and all. Okay, in this way you can talk about the things. The fourth stage is, you can say, after resolution there should be no sanction required for the, you can say, prosecution and all those things we have covered. And apart from that, you can talk about the other aspect that we have covered, you can say, just a few moments earlier. Okay, just try to remember all those things. Okay, there should be the proper prosecution, there should be no political interference, commission of inquiry recommendation should be given in 1 year. These recommendations should be accepted. If government is not accepting the recommendation, they have to tell the reasons in the public domain. All these things are there. Apart from that, there are certain other things that are general in nature, that are not coming under these things, but still, as a, you can say, are necessary. For example, accountability of public servant to maintain public order. When it comes to accountability, you must be knowing about the incidents when police is not, you can say, working. Police is not working because they have the sovereign power, but if they are not working, why they are not working? So second ARC says that police complaint authority, state police complaint authority should be empowered to identify and fix responsibility in case of, you can say, glaring error of commission and all these things. So there should be the responsibility. Police complaint authority should be empowered and responsibility should be fixed when it comes to emission and commission of police and executive magistrate in discharge of their duties. If they are not doing anything, then as of now, what is the problem with this thing? As of now, if let's say riot is happening and district magistrate or SP is there, if they are not doing anything, what they can face? They can face suspension. They can suspension or, you can say, summary transfer हो जाएगा या suspend कर दिए जाएंगे. They will face either this or this. They will not, there is no personal responsibility. There is no personal responsibility. This is the problem. Even if you look new public management models, there is neo-Taylorism. In neo-Taylorism, or for that matter in this Pollitt's characterization, these points are highlighted that the administrators or bureaucrats in general, you can talk about, bureaucrats should given the responsibility, because as of now they do not have any personal responsibility. उनकी कोई पर्सनल जिम्मेदारी है ही नहीं, ठीक है. उनके घर का कुछ नहीं जा रहा, ठीक है. लोग मर जाएं और या कुछ भी हो, ठीक है, करप्शन हो, कुछ भी हो, दे आर गेटिंग देयर सैलरीज, दे आर नॉट अकाउंटेबल. उनके प्रमोशन पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला कि उनके कार्यकाल में रायट हो गए थे या कुछ हो गया था. मैक्सिमम दे विल गेट सस्पेंशन, जो टेम्पररी होता है. ट्रांसफर, दैट इज ऑल्सो द न्यू प्रॉब्लम. देयर इज नो इशू इन ट्रांसफर, दे विल नॉट गेट एनी problem. Okay, so ultimately all these things are temporary. So here second ARC says that public complaint authority, state public complaint authority should be empowered to identify the responsibility, और उनकी तरफ से क्या commission emission जो भी है problem, that thing should be highlighted, that thing should be analyzed and that thing should be taken care of. Okay, so this is all about accountability of the public servants charged with maintaining public order. This is not coming directly under that cycle के पहली stage दूसरी stage, but this is something that should be there. Apart from that, executive magistrate and district magistrate, so here the relation executive magistrate, so the second ARC analyzed this thing, that whether district magistrate power with respect to, you can say, police and all should be, you can say, removed or rejected or reduced. What should we do? Because abhi kya hota hai, there is one criticism that police should come under the SP, SSP, and district magistrate should not came in picture. But here second ARC is saying that position of district magistrate with respect to police as a coordinator and facilitator in district, it needs to be strengthened. उसको dilute नहीं करने का, उसको और strengthen करने का, because the thing is that district magistrate have the overall view of the situation. He or she should be empowered with respect to these things, and these directions shall be binding. So second ERC is saying about strengthening. It is not saying कि पुलिस को ही पूरा पावर दे दो. It is saying that district magistrate should be empowered because he is the person who knows about the, you can say, holistic approach of the situation. Okay, so this is something that you should know. Okay, apart from that, capability building of executive magistrate. So here second ERC says that don't send these people directly. Okay, as of now what is happening here, they are saying that district magistrate should be given, you can say, proper, you can say they should be strengthened. But the thing is that you can say, if you look at district magistrate, if you look at the IAS officers in Labasna, in Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, training is given, but training of IPC, CRPC is not, you can say, is not that comprehensive. Okay, if you look at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Academy of Administration, their training is more, you can say, associated with the legal laws and all. Okay, like IPC, CRPC, they have to read those things as well. There's a kind of linkage between administration and public law, legal law, or you can say law in general. But for district magistrate, there should be the kind of phenomena. So second ERC is saying that there should be the capability building, because here they should be strengthened, so they have to perform the things. So there should be this thing, all officers likely 5 minutes, all officers should likely to be posted in executive magistrate should specifically trained in a relevant laws. There should be the proper, you can say, training honi chahiye. They should know about all the CRPC section, IPC section, because as of now, if you want to become an IAS officer, you don't know about all these things. Okay, and so there should be the law and all these things. And how should we know about this thing कि हाँ ये हो गया काम के सीख गए कि नहीं? There should be the examination as well. ठीक है, यूपीएससी का एग्जाम नहीं, एक अलग से एग्जाम और लो कि वो सब उनको आ गया कि नहीं. एंड आफ्टर प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग एंड आफ्टर प्रॉपर टाइम पीरियड, देयर शुड बी द they should be transferred, they should be, you can say, made the DM and executive magistrate. क्योंकि अभी क्या होता है कि मतलब 1-2-4 साल में पहुंच जाते हैं डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट बन के, सो दे डू नॉट हैव एनी एक्सपीरियंस एंड ऑल. और मान लिया कोई ऐसी जगह पहुंच गए जहाँ पे रायट्स हो सकते हैं एंड ऑल, तो दैट्स वाई दिस क्रिएट्स प्रॉब्लम. सो लैक ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस शुड नॉट come into picture. This is the ultimate crux. Inter-agency coordination should be there. So in a in a small district, what happened? District magistrate should coordinate the things. In major cities, let's say there is a major city. In that major city, commissionerate system is there. If you look at commissionerate system versus IG system, IG system is there where district magistrate, where dual control is there. If you don't know about all these things, you can read my commissionerate system video. You can type commissionerate system for PubMed, you will get this thing. But in metro cities, you will get commissionerate system where district magistrate and all these things are not relevant. Commissioner should you can say should be the head of police. This is the commissionerate system. So how coordination will took place? So here second ERC says that there should be the पुलिस कमिश्नर, इन कमिश्नर सिस्टम अ कोऑर्डिनेशन कमेटी, एक कोऑर्डिनेशन कमेटी बना दो, कोऑर्डिनेशन कमेटी बना दो जहाँ पे पुलिस भी हो, यहाँ पे कमिश्नर, पुलिस कमिश्नर भी होंगे और उसमें मेंबर में आपके पुलिस कमिश्नर होंगे. देयर शुड बी द म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर एंड हेड ऑफ दिस कोऑर्डिनेट कमेटी. हियर यू विल गेट मेयर. Mayor should be the head, assisted by these people, and all the public agencies, relevant public agencies, should have the representation in this coordination committee. So for the small district, coordination committee is not required. Here the district magistrate in himself is the coordinating agency. We have covered this thing in some days back, that district magistrate is the coordinating agency. But here in metro cities, coordinating agency, coordinating committee should be there. Okay, this is something that exactly you have to write in the answer. In general things like ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, these things are not relevant. That's why I have skipped those things in the previous, you can say, points. But here this coordination committee should come in your answer. You have to underline it as well. Apart from that, adoption of zero tolerance strategy. I have told you earlier, zero tolerance strategy should be adopted, and this should be against the, you can say, broken window syndrome that I have told you earlier. This is all about this particular news article, and this is all about today's analysis of the Hindu newspaper along with this chapter. ये chapter भी हमारा यहीं पे समाप्त होता है. And insofar as this thing is concerned, we have covered news articles, and if you just scroll down, if you scroll down, this is something that you should read with respect to your public policy. Social contract need to be rewritten. This is the theory of public policy. Public policy, whether they should be majority oriented or minority oriented. So social theories, this theory, social contract theory, is something that you should know from the perspective of public policy formulation. Okay, I hope you are getting. Just read out this article. And case for extension of MG Narega, we have covered this in the previous lessons itself. Okay, so this is it for the day. I hope all the things are clear to you. We have covered one chapter of public order of second ARC, and we will cover these things on day-to-day basis. And so far as the relevance with respect to current affair is concerned, this is the mock question you can attempt, and this is the kind of thing that you can do for your upcoming examination, because riot is something that is relevant for your upcoming examination. Okay, because this is going on in the current affairs. Delhi riots were there and other protests are there, so try to remember all these things. This is it for the day. Thank you so much and have a nice day.